Welcome to another segment of Ignorance is Bliss. And tonight is a very special segment of Ignorance is Bliss because this segment is on an icon of our generation, Sir Kanye West, a.k.a. Yeezus. And what makes this segment so significant, I think, to the current cultural state of America is that this segment is about how Kanye West endorsed Donald Trump. I agree that Kanye West endorsing Donald J. Trump was a very ignorant yet blissful moment. I'm going to tell you why. It's ignorant based on the fact that simply he's a black man in America, and with that context, him going with Donald J. Trump and Trump endorsing certain values and belief system, it comes off as extremely ignorant. I think to many people, it's just the fact that he would say things like ban Muslims, or there's some context into what he said, but calling the Mexicans rapists. Certain things like that, endorsing somebody like that, especially being a black man in America, is very ignorant. But let me tell you why it's blissful. And in this sense of this podcast, it's blissful because he's a man in America, and she should be able to vote for whoever he wants to. That's what America is about. That we don't judge people by their skin, but we judge them by the content of their character. That's what we've always wanted. So Kanye should have the right to vote for Donald J. Trump. And putting a little bit more backstory into what I mean by that, black people are still viewed as an other. And it's not just black people in this country, because many different ethnic groups have come to this country and been treated as others. I think one that would make my point very clear is that when Irish people first came to America, they were viewed very negatively. But over time, they had become included in society. Even now, you hear things about redheads, and that used to be derogatory terms, but now it's just playful jokes. Nobody really takes it offensively. It's whatever. Irish people in America are just Americans. They're just other white people. And one thing I find so crazy about that is black people have been in America since before its inception, before its conception, before the powers that be brainstormed about how all men are created equal. Black people were here. And although the system that they were a part of was deplorable, they did give their blood, sweat, and tears to make this country great. That institution that I'm talking about, I don't need to say the name of the institution because we know what it was. That institution was so lucrative, it undoubtedly aided in the prosperity of this country, making this country one of the global world powers. But all that aside, the long history of black men in this country, the cultural and financial contributions to this country, black people are still considered an other. So when someone like Kanye West, someone's supposed to be an icon, someone's supposed to be, a voice of his people, a voice of his generation, I think that's what he calls himself. When he comes and he says something like that, you can't help but be a little bit angry. You can't help but be a little disappointed because there's so much context behind it. But at the same time, it's a blissful thing because someone like Kanye West, a black man in America, should be able to vote for whoever he wants. He should be able to be as ignorant he wants to, and the color of his skin should not change the context of that. If anybody knows what I'm saying, can I get an amen? Okay? Hallelujah. Chuck Berry voice in the background. And that is why that is the Ignorance is Bliss segment for tonight. This is Dez signing off.
All right. Episode 5 of the Restricted Area. It's your boy Obi talking right now.
Episode
back.
4.
Yeah. It's episode 4?
I was like, wait, how we
Oh, I'm jumping away. It's all the drugs I've been taking for this ACL injury, guys. So, my bad. But episode 4 of the Restricted Area. And
we all taking Obi's painkillers before we start the episode.
The hydrocodone, feeling good, feeling nice.
I've already started over here.
Oh, who's that talking over there? Who's that?
Oh no, I'm not going to talk about drug use.
Hey, but introduce yourself because the listeners don't know you yet.
You coming live from where?
Oh, from the 02134, aka Boston, aka Young Day Party Jr., obviously.
That's what's up.
Well, what's your actual name?
They don't need to know his real name.
If
If you don't know my voice, then you don't need to know my name.
You don't need to know his government name, alright. But in case you were wondering, his government name is Janai Bab.
Look him up on LinkedIn, you know. He's out there.
500 plus connections. Just saying.
I'm trying to get on your level. I'm like at 80, so.
You got a long way to go, bro.
But another one of the crew members joining us from Boston, like he said, Janai Bab, aka Jano Bab, aka Jano West, or Best,
Janye Best.
Janye Best. What else? What all the random nicknames he had?
Jupe Giasco,
Okay, Jupe.
J Millionaire. Yeah, I don't put me at risk 2017.
Alright, so welcome. Still, when you gonna come back to visit us, man?
Yo, I'm coming through most likely in May, gang, for a work trip.
Okay.
Gonna educate the youths them. And I'm gonna stop by for the turn up, obviously, in Houston, as per usual. Meet the rest of the, hive, and we'll turn up.
Alright, sounds like a bad.
Sounds like a plan.
But for everyone else, introduce yourself, guys. Same squad. We already know we got young Nathan over here. Young Nate Dogg holding it down. We got Boozo the hero right here. Gang. We got Lil Tim Mezzi holding it down, okay? And then finally, the extraordinaire on the 1-2s is young Rolo, young Rodizzle, young Rolando, young Lord of the SNL, Sex and Leave, you know what I'm saying?
There we go.
So,
And one thing we want to do before we get started with the show is shout out to all the new subscribers on the YouTube channel. Shout out to all the new followers on Twitter. So on the YouTube channel, we got my brother, Ricky Band. My guy.
Hey, shout out.
Thank you for following, subscribing. We have Diane.
Hey.
One of the Filipinas out there.
Hey, don't talk to her like that. That's why you sex and leave, bro. You said it with that little accent.
I'm just trying to copy
This is all my Filipinas out there.
We also got Ali Salim. He's my brother's classmate, so.
Oh shit!
We popular for him. And then lastly, we have my other brother, Ro. Technically, he didn't subscribe.
And then we got Rolando's dad, Rolando Senior.
Technically, he didn't subscribe. He was logged in on the computer, and I saw our channel, so I subscribed for him. And we have 5 other
Shout out
subscribers.
to, it looks like 80% of our watchers are Filipino. Doing well in that.
Everybody just needs to subscribe so we can shout them out right here.
If you get us popping in the Philippines, I swear we be the #1 podcast, bro. They all know.
Hey, we just need one person to follow us. You know what I'm talking about?
Pacquiao.
Yeah.
All he needs to shout out. So
alright. So first topic of the day, I guess to go with, we're gonna go with this NCAA March Madness. It's March, guys, so go crazy.
Bracket. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, shout out to Future with the March Madness Classic.
Pretty sure Villanova's the #1 overall seed.
Villanova, #1 overall seed.
Other
That's
one
pretty
seeds
obvious.
are Kansas, UNC, Gonzaga.
Last year, Villanova hit us with the classic game, and we're back in here in the home state of Houston, Texas, or your home city of Houston, Texas. My bad.
Each time.
I just gave y'all Michael Jordan.
Chris Jenkins gave us the classic, and the end of the game 3, but just stood there in the middle, bro. I was like, hey man, that's the one way to celebrate. The way he did it, like he was just in the middle. But hey, Villanova's been clearly the #1. Like,
Yeah, I feel like it's well deserved.
At this point, yeah, it wasn't much of a debate. Like #1 overall seed.
Yeah, 2 big questions I got for you guys. Teams that constantly be in the tournament that I think everybody's kind of wondering about. One is Gonzaga ready to make the big jump? No?
Nope.
Nobody believes in Gonzaga?
Never.
They were best when what's his name?
Adam
Morrison, bro. And if he not there, bro, then it's not happening.
What about when who was there? Kelly Olynyk?
Oh shit!
Before he was his locks flowing through the wind, if he couldn't do it, if he couldn't be the savior, then no one can bring the glory.
This is the year that Arizona gets back to the Final Four.
Arizona?
Because Gonzaga is the 1 seed, Arizona is the 2 seed,
Yeah.
and they're all in the West, so it's going to be home court advantage for Arizona. So.
Anybody else got a bold take on who's making it to the Final Four?
Man, it's still kind of sad. U of H, we were almost there. Almost there.
Is anyone's college is A&M?
No.
Is
Rutgers?
No, God, no.
None of us.
Whoa, the disrespect.
I would say, for me, my bold one. Don't hold me to this because I still gotta check the bracket out who exactly they play. But I'm thinking SMU might be ready to sneak in there. They're a 6th seed right now. I know they got a tough group. I think they're actually in Villanova's group.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe just the Elite 8. But I'm thinking SMU has a good chance to make a run this year.
So you think SMU could beat Duke?
Yeah.
Well,
F Duke.
Duke always chokes in the tournament.
No, they don't.
Except for when they won.
How good?
That was actually
the winner choke.
That was gonna be my second question though. Like, how good do you guys think Duke is?
Duke is raw.
You think
No,
they're
Duke
raw?
is trash.
I know they're very talented. I just don't know if they can do.
I think Duke is
tournament.
definitely gonna get upset.
I think Duke, talent-wise, the rawest team in the tournament. NBA talent, like pure NBA talent. Big.
No, I think Kentucky has better NBA talent. This year, yeah.
No, I don't.
Duke
know.
has one player on their team that's really NBA talent.
I feel like they got
Like
A
Grayson
couple.
Allen and
not Grayson, but like
what's his name? Kennard.
Yeah.
Come on, Kennard is gonna hoop in the NBA. Y'all see the way Kennard hoops? Like, I mean, he can shoot. I mean, I'm sure he will find his spot, like running around the 3-point line, doing that for someone's bench. But there's no way that Kennard is gonna be like if you see the kid Monk from
I don't think he's
Kentucky.
really good at it.
Ooh, that boy's a beast.
All he does is shoot.
Nah. Did you see
that's
that
what
punching
people
on
do in the
boys?
He's just a talent. He's like
He has like some skills. I just don't see him being a great NBA player.
I mean, who do you think on Duke's gonna be a great NBA player?
Henry Giles could be great. He just had.
Nah, he was.
He tore his ACL.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
he went way down though. He was like up there.
No,
in
he
the
was supposed to
prospects.
be. I get what you're saying about that.
But
It's
after
just
he tore his ACL.
yeah, I was like, I mean, we'll see. I mean, you have time to.
What about Tatum?
Tatum is the.
I think he's good.
That's the
I
guy that
don't
they
know
say
how
that
good.
they're predicting top 5.
No, yeah, he
Draft.
is. That's what I'm saying. Tatum is special kind of talent. I think.
I mean, it's
but
like Giles.
He's
I
such
remember
an
hearing
odd
about
type
him.
of player. Like he's such a weird mix at his size. I don't know. Like it could translate well or it could translate like when guys don't have a for sure position, and then they always struggle to catch on in the league.
True,
but
true.
I mean, without the tournament, I just feel like Duke is definitely just gonna choke again. You know what I mean?
I can see it.
That's just something they do.
I mean, I'll be rooting for that.
I think UNC gonna choke again too.
What the?
You
Yeah,
wanna
they
see?
probably will.
No, I'm just.
Now, Roy Williams gonna go out there and purposely lose like he always does.
UNC's not set up to choke. Their team's not set up that way.
Yeah, but they are set up to just get beat. Like
Not
took
win.
some
But I'm
L's.
saying choke. They're not gonna lose to a lower seed. I don't.
I don't see that either.
Like
Yeah.
like a low seed. Like
Yeah.
they'll lose to like a 2 or 4.
Man,
But
what
I
happened
think
to
a
you?
seed,
3.
bro.
They're
Yeah.
one seed.
Well, I feel like
Yeah, I don't know.
they haven't had any like really good talent come out of there. In,
It's
like,
because
a lot of
once
years.
it came to the one and done era, I just felt like
No,
Roy Williams wasn't like
Pursuing
didn't get the guys he needed.
Yeah.
I mean,
So let's talk about that quarter of the bracket. UNC is the 1 seed, Kentucky is the 2 seed,
Yeah, UCLA
UCLA
is
is 3 seed, and Butler is the 4 seed.
That's
Yeah.
easily the toughest
Yeah.
part of the bracket. Like I mean,
I feel like those top 4 are Cincinnati as a 6 seed is too, but
Yeah.
the rest of it is kind of
I mean, what else is there? I mean, after that, it's just teams you never heard of.
yeah. But the 8 seed like Arkansas isn't good.
Okay,
Number 5
so-
seed is Minnesota, and they're like
so you think there's gonna be an upset in any of those?
no.
You don't think there's gonna be any upset?
Oh, of those 4,
Yeah.
I could see Cincinnati upsetting UCLA. I can see Kentucky getting upset by Northern Kentucky.
I can see
That is cute.
in-state rivalry.
I can see Butler being beat by Winthrop.
There we go.
I can't even read that shit, man.
I mean, I can't see it like Cincinnati and UCLA. That's not even really like an upset at this point. You know what I mean? Like,
I just feel like there's other parts of the bracket are also tough. Like I think Villanova's part because they got Duke and Baylor and SMU and Virginia in there. Even though Florida's their 4 seed, and I feel like Florida isn't that good.
yeah,
But
Florida's nothing.
I still think it's a pretty tough
Virginia also not that
bracket.
good.
Virginia, I think Virginia's
They're
pretty
not
good.
that good. Like they're okay. You know what I mean? They have like a certain presence about their defense. Of course, they play the stack line. You know, that can be like a little bit of a problem. But if you have shooting, then
Yeah.
what's the point?
All right. So who do you guys have as champions? Let's get that. Let's do the final 4. Who do you guys have in the final 4?
Already?
For each side,
Man, I
So
hate
we
this
can go
shit.
around.
All
Pick the
right.
best
You guys wanna take
name.
this?
All right, so Nathan, you said all one seeds?
No,
Oh, he said best name.
best names, bro. That's how I picked with this shit, man.
Ooh, is there a
I'm gonna have the best
Margot
bracket
University?
Last year I had 3 of the last 4.
Damn.
You know what I mean? If it wasn't
How
for
did I do
Virginia
that?
losing to Syracuse, it would ruin my Final Four being perfect. But
I don't know. I gotta pick it through, man.
Yeah.
they'll
They'll see if they join the group, right?
Yeah.
You gonna bid on that?
Yeah. So we're gonna have a little bracket tournament group on ESPN. You know, you guys join it. You guys with the password to join, you gotta listen to the whole episode, and there will be a mystery grand prize for anyone who gets first place.
Anybody who could beat us, sports geniuses.
Yeah, just know that I do tons of research on college basketball teams. I think I watched like 3 college basketball games this year. You know what I mean? All in the last week.
I just Googled Final Four predictions. I don't even know who the number 1 seeds are.
Right, though, bro. I didn't know that. I didn't even go to the section. It's like
ESPN sent me a little breaking news.
Yeah.
Like breaking news here, the 4 number 1 seeds, so I know.
The predictions always rock solid, though. That's what I do. I don't pay attention until the end, and I absorb all the information and make my own decisions without watching any games. So I'm gonna go with.
Hey, they're gonna see.
I'm gonna
Works
go
in
with
fantasy football.
SMU, Louisville,
Damn.
Gonzaga, and UNC.
Okay.
Book it off the top.
He said
Off
book
the
it.
top.
So all right, that's pretty random right there. But honestly, the March
better than
Madness,
that.
it's only fun now with March Madness. Once you, especially if you don't have a dog in the race or
Oh, I thought you meant a dog in general.
okay.
No, but it's live. The experience is live, having multiple games on.
Yeah, man.
So picking your bracket.
Definitely gonna waste 2
It's
days of
always
work.
fun watching.
So definitely join us in making a bracket and join because it's fun just to see. Oh man, like I know people who just close their eyes and make picks and then still find a way to get like 3rd place compared to people who sit there and
Chennai. Yo, that's the best way to do it. And you have no regret because you just randomly did it. You're not like, fuck, I knew I should have gone with
True, that is true.
SMU over
That's how I
something
felt.
because you're like, yo, I did it random.
All right, so join us in the group. We don't discriminate. Men, women, boys, girls, dogs, cats. Join us. Once again,
No pedophiles.
we don't support any pedophile. Okay,
You know, low key, I have to address this real quick.
No, chill out.
Is that I read this article the other day.
No, you didn't.
That was about pedophilia.
Whoa.
And how listen. You
Stop the
know,
podcast.
you watch Criminal Minds, right?
Yeah.
How people who like become like serial killers or people who like typically had some trauma as a kid, they say the same thing about people who are pedophiles.
Yeah.
They're like, don't equate pedophilia to sexual abuse of children. That like some people are sexually abused as children, and that makes them into pedophiles. But they don't necessarily abuse kids. Like
Yeah.
those people can seek out treatment and actually like try to become normal members of society through like therapy. So it's not like one and the same, the 2 things. Even though I feel like people equate it a lot. I just want to throw that in there.
It's just because people usually figure out that people are pedophiles in a
Well,
certain way.
when you hear about pedophilia in general, like in cases, it's usually sexually abused cases. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
but I'm saying
that's why everyone equates that with that. You see what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying like people should be careful about it because like that's the reason why people who are pedophiles don't seek out help because
That's true.
they're afraid to be ostracized
Ostracized, yeah.
from
Very true,
their
but
society.
I would also like to have that stigma so that people will be like, I'm a pedophile. You know,
Right,
like
right.
people aren't gonna walk up to you and be like, I mean, you know,
I'm
I don't
working
sexually
on me,
abuse.
guys.
Yeah, I don't
You know,
sexually
yeah,
abuse
that's
children,
a
but you know, I like it. Like no, that's what I don't. Like I'm cool with the way it is now. I feel bad for them.
With the way it is now. So I'm not associated with the
Yeah, I'm okay with that, you know, but
I like the way we're treating them now.
Pedophiles are proud.
Oh my god, that's so funny, bro.
All right, well, that was a great topic there. Quick little
dang.
session.
you know, quick hitter,
Listen,
bro.
bro.
Thanks for that, Buzo. So now, more sportsy. We're gonna keep it sporty here. We're gonna go and talk about NFL football free agency.
Wait, hold on. Shefty's calling me.
Oh shit!
Bro.
You want to take that?
What up, bro?
Imagine that's why you're on your phone this whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. We're gonna have someone tell us
Yeah.
all these deals.
So a lot of crazy deals went on in free agency. I don't know if we're gonna. Chief, we're gonna handle it.
Go ahead, Buzo. Go ahead and shout them out for us, bro.
All right,
Let's
we're
see
gonna go from most recent big deals to the the older ones. First, I just found out about this. Danny Woodhead going to the Ravens.
Boo.
What you guys
Great.
think? Good deal or no?
I think it's a good deal. I'll wait. How much they signed for? If it's if you got a lot of guaranteed money,
$3.3 million, 2 non-guaranteed years.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is a Ravens fan speaking right now, so that's why.
But that's the thing. Don't you have to be more critical?
Yeah, that's why you care that much. I never really care about the signing bonus and all that. That ain't my money.
That's true. But
as long as
it's about the cap room.
It's about the way the team is thinking.
That's true. But
I like Danny Woodhead because I think he's kind of an underrated player. I feel like you don't have to play him as your feature back. He's not like a guy who has that pride or whatever.
I think he's underrated?
But
because he's white.
Yeah. Absolutely, because he got that I don't play football haircut that he.
Oh my gosh, bro! Hey, Dayway, bro. Apparently your deal got $3.3 million, bro. Only takes like $10 to get a good haircut, bro. I'm just let you know, bro. You an NFL player.
I think it's a good deal, man. Anyways, all right.
Let's
who's
talk
next?
about the big boy deals, man. The big boy deals.
You didn't see Luke Joko? Why'd you pass your boy there now, bro? You tripping?
All right, so shout out to my ag. Luke Joko got signed by the Seahawks, who need a lot of offensive line help. He was drafted high. He's been a disappointment ever since.
Yes.
And
what school did he go to?
The Seahawks.
Man, they got another Aggie on that line too, bro.
Hey, that dude's stepping up though.
Shout out to Jermaine.
Yeah. Luke Joko, I feel like it's cool that the Seahawks are giving him a chance. They didn't have to pay him a ton, but they did pay him more than he's worth. And so I kind of feel like they're setting themselves up for offensive line failure again. I feel bad for Russell Wilson if this was the plan, go get Luke Joko, but I mean, maybe he'll do something.
We'll see what happens.
There was always potential for a reason.
True.
Next.
Hopefully they draft some help.
The Saints got Nick Fairley. You guys care about that?
No.
Nah, he's not relevant.
That's a good pickup, though.
I mean, he's not. Yeah, they just resigned him.
Okay, something you guys will care about. Martellus Bennett going to the Packers. First of all, I call dibs in fantasy.
I don't know, man.
You don't let me draft him. Actually, I'm going back to Gronk because he owes me. Let me just put that out there. Gronk, if you're listening, bro.
So you guys don't like Martellus Bennett?
There hasn't been a super relevant tight end for the Packers for a while.
But I feel like he throws to them though.
Jermichael.
That's what I'm saying. Since Jermichael Finley, there hasn't been.
And these other dudes, he just dropping passes.
Jared Cook. Yeah, Jared Cook.
He was throwing to them. They were just really bad.
I actually get upset every time he throws to Richard Rodgers.
That's a great pickup because what Aaron Rodgers did last year with the Titans he had, I think Bennett is definitely a step up.
Yeah.
And we saw him perform at a high level throughout the playoffs and unfortunately in the Super Bowl. So I think that's a great pickup for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers going
big
forward.
boy, man.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a big target.
Yeah, and that gives them another red zone.
I like that. Yeah,
that's true. But
it might help. I mean, if he plays the way that he played, we saw last year, and we've seen flashes before of how good Martellus Bennett can be.
Yeah,
that's something that's hopeful for Aaron Rodgers. But then again, like you said, we've seen the Packers.
They just signed in
situations.
It's just
there's also a chance that Martellus Bennett goes back to the guy where he was on the Cowboys and could never break through on the Bears, and I mean people blame him on Jay Cutler. I mean, he had
you know what I'm saying? He
never is consistently always good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He has his ups and downs. He went to the Giants. He was just
But hey, one of the two big ones, Brandon Cooks going to the Patriots.
Ridiculous.
Love it.
The Patriots also signed. I forget the corner's name from the Bills that they signed.
Gilmore.
Yeah.
God, they got him too.
So they signed Gilmore early in a surprise, and then they also traded.
Always be getting them dope ass corners.
Cooks, and so it looks like the Patriots are going all in to win right now. I think before Tom Brady's window closed. But the thing that pissed me off about the Saints doing this is I feel like why make the Patriots better than they already were?
But they had issues with Cooks, man.
They did. They were going to trade him, but
they
had to
don't
go to the Patriots.
I don't know, man, but Patriots once again.
No, the Patriots got it.
Signed Gilmore too, man. They just be signing all this up and coming fucking.
They get these quick
corners, man. They get them for 1 year deals. They did that with Reviston. They did it with Talib.
Yeah.
There's.
They get these guys.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I mean, with all other teams, I think around the league are also stockpiling, having a little arms race, and I don't see the Patriots winning next year at all. So there's no need to be worried about their little acquisitions.
They gotta be a favorite for the title.
It's hard to win a Super Bowl. So I mean, I would of course bet against.
They should have. They technically should have won this year or lost this year. So
Yeah,
Tom Brady technically at one point in this podcast we have to have the great versus good argument with Tom Brady.
To keep it going with the free agency, we also had unrelated Terrell Pryor going to Washington, and simultaneously, of course, Washington losing both Deshaun Jackson and Pierre Garçon. Garçon going out to the 49ers and Deshaun going to the Buccaneers, which I think was a
I
good
like that.
I like
Buccaneers.
Deshaun going to the Bucks. I mean, I'm not a huge Jameis Winston fan, but the kid can throw.
that helps, man.
The kid can throw, and he has good targets. You know what I mean?
How much do you think Deshaun has left, though?
Oh, Deshaun has some stuff in the tank. I saw from him last year made me think he still got it. So.
And the Garçon to 49ers deal is another classic case.
Bruh.
Receiver, go get your money. Team, I don't really know why you're paying him. Maybe you just have so much money like mine as well. But
He been living off that 1 year in
That Peyton Manning made
yeah,
him. Peyton Manning
Colts for the
made
last
him.
like 6 or 7 years.
Bro.
and in Washington, you're just trying to salvage a terrible situation by getting Pryor.
I mean, Pryor's not bad.
Pryor's not bad. They
I think that's a
Crowder,
decent
right?
pickup, if
That guy.
anything.
The other guy, Crowder, and now somebody.
Yeah, Jay Crowder's a good little slot
Jay
guy.
Crowder, Jamison Crowder.
Jameson.
Jay Crowder played for the Celtics.
By the way, he all of a sudden came on the come up, bro. But
Yeah, he's nice.
go on.
Another quick hitter.
Wait,
Go
didn't
ahead.
Kirk Cousins
Oh yeah,
demand
he
the
wants out.
trade?
Yeah,
Oh well, they're fucked anyway.
No.
So
but I don't think they're gonna give him the trade.
Yeah,
They're saying it like they won't.
this is gonna be terrible for them. Man.
Yeah, but if they do trade him, then getting Pryor, I guess, would be part of their rebuilding process.
He shouldn't have been so loud, bro. If he really wanted to trade, he should have told them on the quiet so they can
Well, everybody knew.
actually get him out of there.
Everybody knew because they were franchise tagging him that he wasn't happy there. I mean, there was nothing that they could do.
I
He
mean,
was like, give me-
Franchise tagging anyone's just a home. run,
Yeah,
man.
for the second time.
Yeah, doing it twice to Kirk Cousins was bad, but
Terrible.
they made it seem like they had good, like not good relations, but like it's like
Like
everything's
he's
okay.
cool with it.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
but what else is there?
Prince of Mukamara to the Bears, just a quick hitter.
Man,
Supposed to be a good one.
Prince a good move for him.
Yeah,
He just went to the Jags 2 years ago, right?
I think so.
Who's the
But the
Jags?
Jags just got who?
They just got someone too. Oh, they just
They
got
just took
Boye.
Boye from the
Oh
Texans.
gosh, AJ Boye.
And-
Wait, Prince
They have
he hasn't been
Boye.
playing on the. He hasn't been on the Giants. at all?
No, he left the Giants, went to the Jags,
Damn, bro.
but then I guess it wasn't working
What
out.
up, man?
All right, so let's end this by talking about the Texans, the hometown team. So Boye is going to the Jags, who
Now they
also
have-
got like some defensive linemen and have been looking better on defense. We're talking about an in-division team, and we see Tennessee. They also added a safety this week. They're trying to get a little bit better on their offensive line and drafts for defense.
Yeah.
And then we know the Colts are going to try and come back with Luck fully healthy, and then they're going to try and like add some pieces. But I don't feel like the
Colts
are the problem. But the Texans, we lost Boye, and
To the Jags, who already have Jalen Ramsey.
yeah, so they're
But y'all lost Brock.
okay.
That's like a-
so addition by subtraction.
Yeah, so I was like,
Got rid of Brock Osweiler, kicked him out of town.
Hey, it was a lot.
No hard feelings to
We almost had
Brock,
a party
but
for
you
that,
know
bro.
we needed to get better at the position. But now with the Jazz getting better on defense and the Patriots getting tough, we're gonna go all in by getting rid of Osweiler. We gotta I feel like that puts a lot of pressure on the Texans to win now. And there's some talented teams playing right now.
yeah, man, you got Watt coming back from the injury. You got Jadeveon starting to play like Jadeveon was supposed to when he's drafting out, and
Yeah, that should definitely help with the secondary guys.
yeah, and we got DeAndre Hopkins in his prime too,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You have to do it. And then, I guess we just signed Lamar Miller too, but the line, man, that's the main thing. You got Fuller on the come up. You got all these things good. If you just can't get a good QB, man, defense.
You guys on the Romo train or no?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you just need to improve that line, bro. That's the only thing.
Romo, if Kirk Cousins is not an option,
Hey, yeah.
if Kirk Cousins is an option, I would definitely go for it. Just
The thing
because,
is-
even though I like Romo more than Kirk Cousins as far as talent goes right now.
Right
But
now,
Kirk
but
is younger.
as far, yeah, he's
Isn't
younger.
hurt. So you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's cool.
So the thing is, chances to get Kirk are not great because
Exactly.
because there's other teams that want him and they have more assets.
yeah,
What teams are they? Just curious.
The Niners, Browns, and
Browns got Brock from us.
And they're
what else
still.
could they want?
Yeah,
I just don't get what made the
Second round
Browns
pick.
think there might be something left in this guy
Yeah,
after
not
they
doing
just
that.
saw this.
No, they don't.
They wanted the second round pick. For
yeah,
the
yeah.
Texans.
They took
That's
the
so
L
sad.
for it
That's like the
because
saddest
that is
It was
the
an
saddest
NBA
thing.
type of
yeah, it was the NBA. Yeah,
Like you can cut him when you get him, and but we not paying him.
yeah. They were like, we have so much money that we need to spend some.
Yeah, they basically just paid for a pick the way that deal worked out. And in regards to Tony Romo or Kirk Cousins, you guys definitely won't get Kirk Cousins, but you definitely don't want Tony Romo just because it's been proven that he can't play for a full season. I think if you do get Tony Romo, it has to be something to where he rests up throughout the year and you play like a Tom Savage, shout out Rutgers alum, and your hope that he'd be healthy and ready to go for like a playoff type situation. But Tony Romo has not been proven to stay healthy for an entire season. So you don't want him to come to Houston. You guys get your hopes up. You do well. You go like 10-4, and then he gets injured.
Hey, who your football team again, bro? But no, wait. I personally feel like the way that it goes with Tony Romo is if you can protect him, like I feel like get another running back in the backfield, and if they're gonna get Romo, heavily invest in that offensive line. Like I feel like even if you have to lose a defensive player to do it, you don't really have the option of not playing him games. Like you would hope that if he gets hurt, maybe he just like hurts his hand or something, like his non-throwing hand, and like he missed 4 games or something. As long as he's back in time for the playoffs. The way the Cowboys were able to have him play a full season was run it a ton. And if the Texans can do that, and then playoff time, you can kind of let them loose. Well, maybe you get a chance.
I just don't get why everyone's so mad about, like, everyone's so scared about this. But what did we just do last season? Pay a ridiculous amount of money for someone that only played 1 season for us.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like this. At the same time, I understand everyone's like, oh, he might get injured. We just had a shitty player just play a whole season and literally halfway through the season get replaced. Like I don't understand. Worse. Like it couldn't get worse. Like to take a chance on this dude, I feel would be like fine. If he gets injured, man, I honestly feel more bad for Tony Romo than anything. If he gets injured again at this point,
Only
thing
I like is just that
who else is there?
It's high ceilings.
You
know what I mean. That's the thing I like. The high ceiling. I mean. I know Romo. I know what he did with Dez. I know he was just chunking up to Hopkins.
And that's the thing. Like he knows. Like come on,
he's a smart guy.
Honestly, Bill O'Brien, man, that dude, I'm been tired of.
He's close.
Also, Jerry Jones said there's no way Tony Romo goes to the Texans, and I kind of believe.
Do you believe Jerry, bro? Like I don't.
Only 2 teams are showing interest, and that's the Broncos and the Texans. And the Broncos have a much more cluttered situation than we do.
Yeah, they still have Simeon and the other dude.
And no one's
drafted Lynch.
They say that the Jets might take Simeon.
What are these teams doing with bad quarterback situations? They still keep like trying to clutter it and make it worse. Like, oh man, we can have a real competition with Geno and Simeon, and we'll really figure things out. Like, okay, I don't know, man. But the Texans, the crazy thing about the Texans is, even though they let go of Boye and he was really good, I trust their judgment on anything but quarterbacks. Because everything they've done, like even when they let go of some people, I'm like, oh no, this is a good defender. These are good defensive players, or like these are good people on the team. Like. The drop off from those things, it just doesn't seem to happen. Like they seem to be a machine as far as like defense goes, and like even like we had the down year, of course, of Alfred Blue being the like number 1 running back, but like Lamar Miller last year was a decent running back. It was just the quarterback play was just so awful.
So would you say like we're starting to be the Browns?
No,
with quarterback? No, with quarterbacks.
Oh yeah,
because it's really been bad. Like
it's been bad, man.
It's insane. Like if you think about it, what great starting quarterback have we really
Shaw
had?
Gave us a little bit.
Shaw did give you guys. Don't diss my man like that.
Shaw was good.
No, he was good until Houston destroyed his confidence.
Yeah, bro.
So I don't think we should blame that on. Like,
he was good until he got hurt that one year when we were going nuts.
Yeah, and then what happened after that?
He threw pick sixes after pick sixes,
and then everybody started booing him.
And then everyone went to his fucking house. Okay, that's where I have no respect for a lot of Texans fans because y'all do shit like that. Man. So you're down for Romo?
I'm down for Romo.
Oh, why not?
I'm down for Romo. The only thing about it is he's been playing for the Cowboys for so long, and you're Texans fans. You hate Cowboys, but you've been making fun of them for so long.
Okay, hey, what about Jason Terry? You know we hated Jason Terry for a long ass time, but when he played for us, he was amazing. Like you have to admit, he was so hyped. He was like the heart for a while on the team.
Yeah, he was a rocket ship and he pissed me off, but
that's what I'm saying.
It just takes some time to grow on it. Like I said, I'm down for Romo, but it's just gonna be weird for the first couple of games. But when he wins us a couple of games, man, then it'll be like, all right,
hey man, yeah,
you're on our team now, so.
And I'm down for it.
No, Romo has always. I've always thought Romo was like a good dude. Like I always liked Romo as a player, man. He's always been like a stand-up dude.
Honestly,
especially what he said after Dak.
I do not like any of the players on Dallas.
You don't dislike any of them?
Yeah.
What about when Greg Hardy
I
played?
Ezekiel Elliott in college. I think Dak Prescott is the man. Like I don't dislike any of their players. Their fans, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the
fans and a worse fan base. I don't care what y'all say.
Yeah, actually, like
they low-key haven't won anything like 20 years.
I don't care what y'all say, bro. Y'all boys is trash. Y'all the worst fan base in all of sports. All of sports, the worst fan base. Y'all next to Man United, bro. That's how bad you guys are. I don't care what y'all say. Stop. We win. You know what I'm saying? Chelsea, we win. We're about to win again this year. You know what I'm saying? But
anyways,
like Cowboys fans, y'all don't even be winning, and y'all over here talking y'all every time. Like anytime you have a good year, get knocked out in the first playoff game you played. You know what I mean? I don't know. Y'all still talking like I won the Super Bowl last year, which I don't understand. But like y'all still got things to work on clearly because y'all weren't as close as y'all thought you were. But let's keep it moving.
Low key, people in Dallas are like, man, yeah, we were so close to beating Green Bay. We almost made it Super Bowl. I was like, Green Bay went and got trashed by the Falcons. Yeah. That's the team you almost beat.
All right, so transitioning from Team Romo.
We also lost Quentin Demps.
Hey, shout out to Quentin Demps, man. He was a good dude. He was a good player.
All right, like defense, blah, blah, blah. I want to talk about this. This is what I want to talk about.
A former Texan, right?
Former Texan. Arian Foster saying he could what? He could fight a wolf in the wild?
He said he'll get him. He ain't saying fight, he catch him. He said catch him, stick him. You know what I'm saying? He said, look.
He said it's on sight.
Alright, so the reason we have to talk about this is because some people in the room believe that Arian Foster can take a wolf in a one-on-one battle.
I think I can take a wolf.
I don't.
You can take a wolf?
You can't take a snowmobile, bro.
You go straight for the ACL. He'll rip it back out.
Who survived? The snowmobile or the AL? I survived.
You're lucky that you did.
Or the tree.
The tree, bro.
Young ACL said the tree couldn't stop me. Snowmobile couldn't stop me. That snow was melting. Who walked out?
You think a wolf can stop none of those three things?
I beat nature, alright?
Hey, but low key, I feel like if you have shoes on, you have a decent shot at
what's the terrain?
Let's say,
is it his home court or home?
No, it's on the football field.
It's at Reliance Stadium.
We're all watching him fight.
We say in the locker room, right?
Hey, someone should make a show and let him do this.
Man versus Wild. That would be dope.
Okay, no,
that's definitely not the same. Like what man versus Wild.
I want Arian Foster to know one thing. Like when he said wolves, like all wolves are the same with two or not. Two,
Darwin.
No, shut up.
He's dead, bro.
If he pulls up on like a real like a big timber wolf or like you know what I mean, like those
like KG.
Like, those are. Like Kevin Garnett, exactly. So no, like I'm saying, like there's some wolves that are really big, like he was like on whatever size, and I was like, listen, some wolves are smaller, and I still think they can catch you, but there's also wolves that are bigger than you, like that are heavy and like.
Bro, I think I just wouldn't do like a Rottweiler. He wouldn't even be able to fight, bro. Like,
some of these
they lock that, bro.
Train dogs, bro.
Like,
train the guard dogs or whatever, the German shepherds, bro.
That's different. They get trained, bro. Like
no, but they're just trained to be like wolves.
True.
Right, to be vicious.
To be vicious and know what points to go for to kill people. Like, what's the name? Like, Arian Foster's like, they don't know anatomy. They don't know stuff. I'm like, bro, their natural instinct is to go for, like, you know what I mean? The neck.
And he's got me dead because he treated it like they don't know how to kill other animals.
Yeah.
They know how to kill you. They know.
That's the one thing they do know.
They don't have to take it. They don't have to take it.
Wait, so who here thinks that he could actually take it?
I think
Obina clearly thinks because Obina thinks he can take it.
Obina can take it. Okay, please, the rationale.
Oh man,
I'll beat a snowman.
Thumbs?
Look, use my thumbs and squeeze the shit out of the eyes, man.
Yo, you won't be able to get your thumb close to his eyes.
I know. I couldn't. If you meet like a normal person's dog and you try to grab something,
they will bite you,
and they don't want you to. There's literally no way you're gonna be fast enough to get near them.
Hold on. You say you could beat a wolf, but you can't even touch Biscuit?
What? See, if I touch Biscuit, I'm going to kill Biscuit.
If Biscuit wants to kill you, he got you.
I'm not going to touch Biscuit because I know I'm going to kill it. And Biscuit seems like a dog that's just being, misguided.
Listen,
y'all raised him the wrong way.
We're decent, but as far as going against like predators one-on-one, like this is why we made weapons.
Yeah,
it wasn't popping like that.
I can't even think about it, bro. They had spears to kill animals, bro.
Like other animals, I think.
a wolf like has natural weapons to kill other animals. We had to get spears, bro. Like, think about that.
Like they naturally can bite through your neck.
Yeah, exactly.
Very naturally.
To me, it's always been like, if you have shoes on and you are a trained fighter, you can give yourself a chance, because kicking something with a shoe, like with a hard shoe, like can break bones. Like,
well, I mean,
so if you can give a good shot to a wolf, you might be able to get it off.
Are you saying an MMA fighter or Arian Foster?
Right.
Aaron Foster doesn't vary. What is he gonna like?
I would take an MMA fighter in that. I mean, I guess if you're talking about like a very well trained Muay Thai striker, I guess so. But like, if you're like a wrestler, listen, you wrestle people.
No, wrestling is acting. Yeah. Wrestlers are all
not acting wrestlers. Like people who do the real wrestling.
No. I thought you meant like, oh shit, Brock Lesnar.
Wrestler in college too, bro.
Rock bottom.
Stone Cold Stunner in the woods. RKO.
So I guess we're all team Wolf then, huh?
Shut
I would root. Appreciate the years, bro. But you know, I want you to actually tell me that you can find a way to fight a wolf without pulling your hamstring or tearing your Achilles.
Or pulling his groin, bro.
I saw if I said tearing his Achilles on a clean jump off the line.
Imagine when he jumped for that. Oh, chill.
There's no timeouts, no training staff to get you off.
Speaking of
that vegan diet ain't gonna help you.
Bro, he ruined his career with that. I'm not even gonna get started on that, but there's one thing about there's one thing about Arian that is kind of important to his character. He's always like displayed this to people, is that he's doesn't believe in God. He's a philosophy major. He doesn't believe in anything like that. And Lent is upon us, so you know we got someone with a hot take on that. Go ahead with our resident.
What? Oh man,
Catholic.
Arian, you my boy, man.
Lord of the SNL.
But I mean, that was one thing that kind of turned me off from him. I was like reading an article of him talking about the relationship between God and football around the country, and he was talking about how football is so religious based, and how all like coaches and everybody growing up in football, they all thank God, and he wasn't about it because he's a proclaimed atheist, right? Mm-hmm. So you still my boy, but yeah, we're in Lent, so I am Catholic, so I do celebrate Lent.
What's Lent, by the way, for the people?
So you know what Lent is? Nah, come on. All right, go ahead.
Short version. I don't know. It's a time of sacrifice, 40 days and 40 nights, bringing yourself closer to God, kind of bringing yourself into the desert like Jesus was in the desert. So what I'm doing is...
So you give up something is pretty much...
That's the thing. That misconception about Lent is, oh, you have to give up something. Doesn't matter what it is. So people say, oh, I'm giving up sweets, I'm giving up
meat,
sex,
TV shows,
giving up sex, whatever. But the thing that has always bothered me about that is this season is a point in time where you're trying to get closer to God. Every time people say, okay, I'm giving up sweets, my next question is, what does that do for you? How does that bring you closer to God? So other than that,
fake Catholics, man.
So for me,
showing fake love to the Lord.
He can tell if the love is
fake. Yeah. This isn't even something I feel comfortable laughing about.
So for me, I'm not giving. That's why I am giving up something. But the main thing I'm doing is increasing my prayer life. I'm trying to pray the rosary every day is my goal. I haven't completely done it yet. I mean, I've done it about half the time since Lent started, but that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, so I feel you. I think that's a good point. I feel like a lot of people, I mean, even though I'm not Catholic, at times where you do fast, people focus on like the actual fast sometimes a little too much, where it's like you're fasting to get closer to God in that case. So a lot of like what I've heard before is like, if it's something that you do, like you eat sweets a lot, right? So if you eat sweets a ton, in that time where you think, oh, I want to eat sweets, instead, like try and like get closer to God, maybe pray in that time where it's like, it's a reminder, like I can't eat sweets. Oh, I should pray right now. Like it just, those things that you're giving up is so that you can get closer. It's not just so you can like say that you gave up something just to do it.
What you giving up on that?
So actually this year, I didn't give up anything for Lent. Last year I gave up secular music, which was super hard, especially because Life of Pablo came out and everybody's talking about it. I felt pretty sad.
That's secular?
Yeah. I was
you playing with that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I had to fast Yeezus for Jesus, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
that was the expression.
Could you listen to Ultra Light D?
I did wonder if Chance's album had come out before that, if I would have been allowed to listen to at least like Blessings. But anyways, point is, this year I have not given up anything for Lent. I have been considering like if I were to give up a certain amount of like a day of my week. So let's say Friday, go and like volunteer or do something with the church or something like that. So it's like I'm giving up sort of like my Friday night, but really just the focus would be to like try to make myself do something more where I'm giving to other people and kind of doing the Lord's work, and that'd be like a focus at least for this amount of time. And then I mean with those kind of things, it kind of pushes you to
just do it all the time.
Want to do more stuff like that in general. So I figure one way or another you don't lose. But
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a good thing to do during this season because it shows you do have the time to do it throughout,
right.
Not even just in the season. And it's like I said, people focus so much on sacrifice part, but that's a form of almsgiving. You're giving your time to the less fortunate people, and that's another pillar of Lent that we can all observe.
Janai, you do Lent?
No, holding it down for the 7-Day Adventist gang, half Jewish, half Christian life.
Oh my God.
But I have taken it upon myself recently. I realized that I need to cut down on my recreational use of adult substances. So I'm going to become a weekend adult substances user.
Okay.
That's
This is not
direction.
So that's lit.
Recreational
Hopefully.
adult. So like basketball?
Yeah, right? Adult substances.
I'm just saying, when I heard you say that, I was just hoping, like, when you introduced, I was hoping that there was like a group of like 7-Day Adventists that were listening to this, like, hey, okay.
Anyways.
A1, I'm getting a porn, straight up. I don't know, I'm just getting a porn, man. Porn's been a vital portion of my life for...
It's been important.
They say vital.
It's been important.
Okay.
That's important.
That shit got me woke at the age of 12, man.
Wait, woke in what way?
Like, in terms of sex life.
That was your sexual awakening, you say?
Yeah. That was like right when puberty hit. And
he realized his was the biggest.
He was like, oh, other people's are that.
Damn.
So no, I mean, just decided this year finally. I was like, I guess I should, give up porn. It's not good.
Didn't you do that before though?
I tried before, but wasn't too successful. But yeah, this year I'm committed. Got a lot of blessings. Survived the snowmobile. Actually, I killed the snowmobile this past year. Then in return, I sacrificed my ACL as well. So,
wait, guys, quick question, because I was driving back from like snowboarding with a group of guys, and then one of the guys was like, yo, like, I think I have a problem masturbating. And I was like, honestly, like, I don't think anyone really has a problem with that unless it like interferes with your like activities of daily living. So it's like, I can't go to work, or I can't go to work. Like, hold on. Like,
hey, listen. Wait, hold on. How did this conversation come up real quick?
So we were in the car. Oh, they were talking about, I made a joke about Kegels.
Why would you
holding it down here? And he just brought up, it went from Kegels to masturbation, and he basically said like, so I was like, yo, it's not a problem if it doesn't affect, like, it's not like you're getting to work late because you needed like 30 minutes to jack off. I was like, then it's not a problem. But he was like, it doesn't affect like his work or relationships, but he's jacking off like 3 or 4 times a week.
Oh, I thought you meant it.
Hold on. I know some of you are like sweating right now. So you're like, yo, I do that. But he was jacking off 3 or 4 times a week, 6 times a day.
Oh.
So then I was like, that falls into a gray area for me because it's not affecting your personal relationships or anything. But like that just seems a little excessive. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Did his hands not get tired, or does this did he not get any rashes there, bro?
Wait, got stamina.
Obina, why you say those two things?
Son, that's not.
I try after 3 times.
That's not healthy, bro. It's not healthy to have a lot of sex. And after a while, it's friction. After a while, you do get burns there.
Yeah.
So for him to do that,
if it works, bro.
Yeah, and I mean on top of that, for me, it's there's 2 problems there. Is even if you're the kind of person who it's totally fine to do it whenever you want. One, if he's doing it 6 times in one day for 3 or 4 days a week, that means he's spending an excessive amount of time doing this.
What if it's back to back, bro?
Still too much time.
6 minutes, bro. Back to back. It's wild, bro.
At minimum, 5 times 6 is 30 times 4. That's 120 minutes. That's 2 hours out of the week jacking off.
Yeah, I'm saying he could be devoting his time to doing things that are more important in his life, meeting women or something like that. I'm not gonna tell him.
But has it been?
But the thing is, wait, I'll switch it up for you. I'll switch it up for you real quick.
Wait, does he have a girl?
What if I came to you guys and I said I'm having sex with this girl 6 times a day, 3 or 4 times a week, which isn't unusual. When you just start a relationship. What if I was yo, I'm just hitting it 3 times a week. We're going she's homebodying, so it's we hit it 6 times. It's not as weird because for some reason I was holy shit. If you had said that, I would have been oh damn, does she have a sister? But since he said,
Janai, the reason that's not weird is because he's connecting with a girl, and theoretically that's a girl you like. So we feel oh yeah, it's worth your time to have sex with that girl that you like.
If that's your relationship.
Yeah, that's your relationship.
Well,
if you're doing this, you're taking away from the potential times you could be. I guess you don't.
Are we saying he's? Hey, does this dude have a girl
or a guy? No. Just being sure.
Yeah, because we're a very sex positive podcast. I like that, Ovina. He is talking to a girl on and off, but I think he's one of those dudes that because we've all been there before. You have sex and then you go home and you're damn, I'm gonna beat one out real quick before I go to bed. So I think it's one of those things where he so he is talking to a girl. He's not lame, but yeah, I don't know.
So what you can tell your friend is he can do whatever he wants. It sounds like it's not hurting him right now, but
is he in pain?
Theoretically there's a couple things that could be affected by it in the future, so he might want to stay woke. His relationship with his girls from then on, if we're thinking he's masturbating with porn on, so he's like in Don John, he's really about that porn, and that may affect how he is with his girls if it's not the same as
that's the only thing I was gonna say is that
that is
guys
true.
have said that if they I guess masturbate a ton, that when they're with a girl,
I mean, it's obviously not going to be the same.
It decreased, you know what I mean?
That's that desensitization.
Yeah.
No, and honestly, we got to talk about this in a larger context, because not even when it comes to masturbating, but speaking about Instagram Discover, I think I've just seen so many good-looking girls that it's kind of when I see girls in real life, it's I mean, you alright, but you're not
an Instagram model.
You're not Summer Rae fine. So I don't know. I think we're as a society becoming a lot more desensitized because we have just everything in our face all the time.
That's true. How you doing?
All right. Well, tell your friend to listen to the show. Shout out to him and
no way.
That you put him on blast.
Yeah, right.
And join us in the bracket tournament. All right. So.
Hey guys, this is Chief Buzo, and you're listening to the Restricted Area Podcast.
So the group name for our challenge is the Restricted Area. Password is Flames. Flames.
FLAMES. Flames.
Alright, we're going to finish up the episode with a new segment we like to call Quick Hitters.
So we're going to make it real quick.
We're going to make them real quick.
Quick opinion on...
quick opinions on Sierra Russell Wilson. They recently took a picture.
That picture was weird.
It was a weird picture, but
Yo, I want to take a photo like that with my future wifey.
That's fucking
I don't want
weird.
to have kids, so there'll be no kid in it. Maybe my dog.
It's the worst photo ever. I don't know what she's trying to prove, the 4 of us, but we know it's you 4 hopefully for her. Let's knock on wood. You know, she got into a car accident, so hopefully everything's all fine. You know, but what are you proving with that photo?
I don't get it.
And then the thing I hated most about the photo is Russell Wilson. You don't even see his face, man. The man
looks so arms are just.
Bro, he just doing.
It's called art.
She playing him, dog.
How is she playing him, bro?
After being seen with Future in the street, she like, I'm gonna let no man be involved in how I take care of my two babies. These are the two things I care about. Now she might say the four of us, you know, but really it's just the three of us. Like, if anything, just to back herself up. If Russell Wilson's out the picture, then guess what? She can always use that picture again because his face isn't on it. You know, so
what? For real. She go back to Future like Future's arms.
Yeah. All right, the next one we're gonna talk about the Barcelona comeback.
Oh
Champions
my God.
League.
Man, someone here's a jinx guy. Y'all keep freaking.
When we say that Obita's a jinx guy, y'all, whenever Barcelona went up 3-0, and then PSG got the goal to make it 3-1, he said, well, Barca tried, man. And from that point on, it was all magic. It was like the hand of God came down.
Oh, God.
Helped Barcelona put the ball in the right place. Helped Neymar flick a couple into the goal. I would never disrespect Neymar again, man. You heard it here first. My man is officially in my good graces for life. I gotta say that moment was both tear-worthy, life-changing, and did I say both? I mean, all of these things. It was also like kind of thing you change the name of your firstborn child to Neymar. You plan to only dress your family in Barcelona jerseys for the future. It was the kind of thing that you should always remember, I feel like.
And from the rest of us, it was cool.
No, it wasn't. For the lone PSG fan, it was a heartbreaking loss, but we're a young team, and we're only going to get better from here. And Barca's old as fuck, so
we heard
enjoy your win.
This guy busted 3 nuts after those 3 goals.
At least 3.
At least, my bad.
Speaking of comebacks, Samurai Jack is coming back. Any takes on that?
Yo, I have news that it already came back.
Well,
how was it?
Yeah, I didn't watch it, man.
I mean, it's a
I
classic.
didn't watch it yet, but I'm gonna get on.
It's a good look for them, man. They brought Cartoon Network brought back Adult Swim or Toonami and stuff.
Yeah, people our age love like Samurai
that's
Jack,
a good thing.
sure.
It's a good thing to watch, man.
Next one is Warriors Spurs. They had a game recently, and they rested all their stars.
Trash.
Good game.
Their host.
Yeah, that was terrible.
They need to do that in the playoffs.
That boy Patty Mills dropped 21 in the first half, man.
Somebody from ESPN needs to stalk out the head coaches and ruin their nights.
Can we remove Lil Jon from these stupid ass commercials?
Yeah, those are really bad too.
Yeah, those are getting pretty bad. The first time I thought it was kind of funny, but like the fact that they do it every week for every matchup, well, twice a week because they get 2 primetime matchups, is awful.
I just feel really bad for the fans that paid all that money to watch second tier players.
I like Ayla Dollar's response. You know, you do what Master tells you to do. You know?
All right, speaking of Master, Ted Cruz visited Donald Trump. Any hot takes on that?
Master Trump.
Ted Cruz should be ashamed of himself, embarrassed for his family. When his girls grow up, I hope they disown him for this moment where they had he took them to see this dude who should be in a effing zoo exhibit who talked about their mother and shamed them on national television. And when they were about to have smiles,
how did you sit with a man that called your wife ugly, son? Kill yourself,
right?
Like, yeah. I mean, and it's just whack. Like, he came out whenever it first happened. Like, I just could never, be cool and like, go out here and say that he's like a good candidate. After like he lost, and then now he's gonna be over there like, no, everything's great, man. He's president now, so I'm down with it. We're down with the movement. Like, come on, bro. We all know you're trying to save face because he's hot. Whatever. He got the election. He got the nod. But be real with yourself, bro. Like, you took the L. You know what I mean? We saw you, bro. You didn't do it in secret, my G. So
don't play yourself, Ted Cruz.
That wraps up the quick hitter segment. Please follow us on Twitter at restrictedareapodcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Get the shout out. We're gonna shout out all our new subscribers, new followers on every episode. SoundCloud as well at the restricted area, and
join us in the tourney bracket. So
yeah,
for the mystery grand prize as well. Hopefully we get a goal of more than 10 people, 10 group members. No, I'm making it
Yeah,
small.
we have 10 right here.
We got 10. I mean, no, I'm talking about 10 like outsiders. Like, and we already have like more than 10 listeners.
You guys want this prize? Trust me.
Trust me, we got more than 10 listeners. The streets talk to me, man. But please join us, follow us, listen. Good night.
Bye.